One of these days you'll find a woman who will sit there at your sister's all day, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Babe.
Not coming to the hotel, so what do you want?
Babe, we are here.
No, what do you want? What do you want here? I'm just telling you, that's what you used to. Come on, my days are here, touch yourself, that's what you used to.
Hey, touch yourself, that's what you always do. Damn. Talk about somebody is rather sexually frustrated much. But she really needs to let go of this whole situation regarding his sister, you know. She needs to let go.
I'm done with all their drama.
Do you ever think you could be overreacting about Chidi's sister?
I don't ever feel like I overreact.
She doesn't feel that she ever overreacts. This explains why on Threads, she's always going in every single day. Because for her, she's not overreacting. This is just her norm. That is frightening. That is scary.
Can I talk?
Go for it, Junior. Sail out into that open ocean, like, oh my God, look, the big ass green ship. And it's real nice because you can see like the tall buildings way out there on the right.
Hear me out?
Same thing over and over.
No.
I see you're sucking your sister's tits.
No.
You're never gonna let go. Are you sharing the milk or what?
The level of disrespect is ugly. Ugly. What? Capitals everywhere. Explanation marks. Ugly. Ugly. She's like, hey, go ahead, Junior. Wow. Talk about patronizing. Talking to me as if it's a peasant. Then when he's trying to actually say something, she's talking about the beach. Basically, I don't really care about what you got to say. What? What? I promise you now, Rayne has never, ever been beaten up in her whole entire life. Because to be running her mouth the way she's been running it means that this woman has got away with having a foul mouth for a very, very long time. And nobody has ever given her none of those licks. I'm just saying, listen, when we all went to school, you know, if you ran your mouth, you know what was about to happen. And that would humble you for the next time. You would learn your lesson to not get rude like this. But I do wonder though. No, that doesn't make sense. I was gonna say I do wonder if she's like this just with men, but then I realized she's like this also with his sister too. Yeah, this woman's got a bark, and that bark needs to be calmed down. Like, what the hell? No respect for this man at all. He's trying to have a civil conversation.
You know what? When we first met, you told me you've never been in a healthy relationship.
Yeah.
That all the relationships you've been have been toxic. You want people to love you. You want people to respect you. You should learn how to respect others. With this, there is no way your relationship is going to be healthy.
Come on, Chidi, man. Let her know. Let her know. Let her know, man.
It's going to be healthy.
So you want to talk about me? You know what, half years after telling you that I was with men that turned to heroin, crack, cocaine, and drugs, and because I chose to not put up with their bull, and because I chose to...
I'm not gonna lie to you. If I was stupid enough to have Rayne in my life, I think I'd be turning to all those substances. I'm not gonna lie to you. This woman is a loco. But here's the thing though, just because you've been with men in the past that have turned to these things, it doesn't mean you should project all that madness onto your relationship with Chidi. That's just the grand scheme of it. You know, like, forget what you've been through, because what you've been through, you're trying to weaponize it as an excuse for your madness rather than actually learn from it. Chidi's literally saying that you've been in toxic relationships and clearly you walked away without learning a single thing. This is what I'm saying. This woman she's never been given any licks as a kid. Maybe that's like UK slang, licks. She's never been in a fight before, basically. This is what I'm saying. She's never been beaten up before. Okay. Yeah. And clearly she's never been humbled about her mouth, because at the end of the day, she's been with guys that ended up obviously being on drugs or that kind of stuff, and no one's ever told her about herself. So literally, accountability is not her friend, and that's why she's still like this. I mean, her family tried to speak to her about her choices, but she wasn't looking to listen to none of them. And that's another thing. Her family have probably been way too nice to her whole life. No one's ever really sat her down and said, listen, you need to stop. I reckon that from the time that she was born, she was able to get away with murder. And that's why she's like this. She sees nothing else but herself being correct, because nobody's humbled her, like, early on in her age, in her life. Yeah. Yeah.
The problem is me? You know what? The problem is you. The problem is the human freaking race. All you try to do is hurt others, and you want to call that love, understand? So you better learn to chill, because you're messing with the wrong freaking ass person.
I just want to let you know, Renee, right? No matter how many times you do these things, man cannot see you with your aggression. And thank gosh you cannot see you with your aggression. Because the reality is, if I was in that conversation, I'm seeing her getting her hands in my face. Skedaddle, I'm going the other direction. To be fair with you, the moment that she insults me and she disrespects me, I'm leaving the conversation anyway. It wouldn't even get as far as me seeing all this finger stuff. Yeah, that stuff is too far. You are mad. Absolutely mad. I do wonder what's happening in her past relationship when she's got her hands in people's faces, to be honest with you. You know, because boy, that is such a bad trait to have. So disrespectful. Nah. The aggression behind it.
Visa? What do you want? Are you doing it for a visa? That's all you freaking want. That's why you want to marry me. That's why you're that obsessed with me. You're so scared to come near me. And you want to call that love? You're the one wanting the visa.
I've been to school, I've been to...
I'm sorry, but how can you say that he's so scared to be near you? Like, I mean, to be fair, if he's scared to be near you, recognize that's a bad thing on your own accord. That means you haven't built a safe environment for him to be near you. So if he's scared, that means there's something that you're doing. Don't look at him. Look at yourself. Look at yourself.
University. I was resisting, I was surviving, and if God has destiny that I will go to the United States of America, He will do it. So then she will say such a thing. If I really want the visa, I would have submitted, which includes having sex with Rayne.
You know what? It's what he says next that was the killer.
I would have submitted, which includes having sex with Rayne. But I will not sell myself for a visa.
That's the killer right there. But I will not sell myself for a visa. I guess Chidi did not want to follow in the same footsteps as his fellow Nigerian brothers, Usman and Michael. Because we all know that Usman and Michael both sold their soul for the visa. I mean, Usman tried to get the visa. It just didn't work out. Two different women just didn't work out. Michael just stayed with the same one for 7 years, and it clearly got him where he wanted. You know what I'm saying? Some people are willing to sell their soul for the visa, and some people are like, nah. I got respect for myself. I got, dignity for myself. You know what I mean? So respect to him for that. You know, it's a shame that he didn't come on before Michael and Usman, because they're going to learn a few things here and there. You know what I mean? And to be fair, if we keep it a buck, don't really want to say it, but I'll say it anyway. If we're looking at Renee, appearance-wise, compared to Angela and Lisa Ham and Kimberly, and he's the one that's choosing to not sell his soul, it kind of tells you how much those two men are effed up. Ooh-wee. Imagine selling your soul to spend 7 years in the same bed as Angela Dean. Jesus. And then spending I don't know how many years to be in the same bed as Lisa Ham. And then spend however many years to be in the same bed as Kimberly. I can't even look at the camera when I'm saying these things because, bruh, are you crazy? So therefore, my respect levels for Chidi, listen, they're rising, bro. They're rising. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, out of all the women, you wasn't even gonna get one that was as bad as the others as well. That's the crazy. Well, mouth-wise, probably got the worst one of the worst when it comes to having a mouth, but aesthetic-wise, like, bro, he said, nah, I'm good. The other two, well, one of them, what is it? One of them literally slept with the other one for like, was it 36, 37 times in the space of 2 weeks or something like that? Ah, dear Lord. And you know what else? You know what else is the killer? Chidi wouldn't even have to see the person he's sleeping with. They could have slept her a day and not even known how she looked. And the fact that he can't see her, that means he doesn't even know that she's not physically as bad as the rest. And these two other guys can see with their bright eyes. Both of them don't even wear glasses. 20/20 vision. You know what I'm saying? They could see exactly who they were. Woo! Sorry. I'm having too much fun with this one right here. Chidi's the man. You're the man. You're the man. He's like, just because I'm blind doesn't mean I'm going to sell my soul. Just because I can't see what I'm tapping doesn't mean I'm going to risk it for the visa. I won't even use my blindness as an excuse of why I slept with Rayne, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just not going to do it. These two have no excuses, I can see. Oh boy. Yeah, I just went on full-on troll mode there. Let's continue. This is comedy confirmation.
He's bringing up the visa because he doesn't want us to deliberate. He doesn't want us to dissect some of the issues we've been having that have been the issue.
The thing is, when he says things like that, right, it shows how intelligent he is, right? You know what I mean? Talking about, end of the day, I want to have a conversation so we can dissect things and have a proper conversation about where we need to go. That shows you he's an intelligent person. He knows how to have conversations. It's just that I guess he was just blinded for love. But imagine this though. Man was blinded for love, but still didn't want to risk the... Because he never had the agenda. He never had the agenda for the visa. I guess this tells you, isn't it? This tells you exactly what you need to know. When a man's got an agenda for the visa, or even a woman's got an agenda for the visa, they will be clapping those cheeks. But when they don't have agenda for the visa and they actually want something real, they're not going to clap those cheeks for the sake of it. Respect it, respect it, respect it. But to be fair, even if he wanted the visa, who knows if you'd have done it too. But either way though, let's continue.
You have had is that you never had me out. You are taking it as if we are fighting, and I don't want it to look as if we are
that's what we're
fighting.
doing. That's what we're doing.
I just want...
No, Rayne, that's not what you're doing. You're fighting him, but he's not fighting you. Remember that.
If I'm a little too much for Chidi, I will withdraw myself out of your life.
I have no issue with that.
This is the worst heartbreak I've ever had in my entire existence. Like, how could someone be so hurtful?
How can she sit there and say, how can somebody be so hurtful when she has been very, very hurtful towards him? This woman has been nothing but vicious towards him. And she wants to sit there and say, how can somebody be so hurtful? Really? Really? Whatever you say. Whatever helps you sleep at night, because that is absolutely ludicrous. Ludicrous. What this man, my apologies, what this man has done, one, is not her fault. He has literally just told you that it's not going to work out because you are trash. But what you have done to him, the way you have spoken to him throughout this season, whew, whew, just be happy that you lasted this long in his life. That's just that. Either way though, I'm assuming this must be their last week now, because I know there's a preview. In the preview, they showed us that there's a new couple coming into the show. So I'm assuming this must be their last week now. The breakup's done, boom, bam, and there was no preview for them for the following week. But to be fair, I said this 2 episodes ago, and then they came back. So yeah, but I think that this is maybe the end of them on the show. But I guess we have to wait and find out. But nonetheless though, don't forget to like, subscribe, and of course, will you sell your soul for the visa? Oh boy, man, that's tragic though. Being sexually rejected by a man that can't even physically see. Meanwhile, there's women out there that are far worse than you, and they're having men that can actually see them tapping their boom. Okay, let me stop. I'm out. Peace.